Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in to my European Outlook. We're going to have a look at weather across the European continent through the course of the coming week in this video. But before I get on with the European Outlook, I just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my weather videos here at gavsweathervids.com. Please play both video ads because you'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com by doing that. I also want to talk about the website where I'm getting these charts from. It's weathercentral.de, and if you go to my linked page, you will be able to find the link for weathercentral.de, and you can click on that link, go through to the website, and you'll be able to see all of these charts for yourself. Right then, this is the situation today, Monday the 14th of May. Across Europe, got this very, very deep area of low pressure up to the north of Scotland and just to the west of Norway, and that really is a very, very deep area of low pressure indeed. For the time of year, 980 millibars, a major and intense area of low pressure up there to the north of the continent. The bulk of the continent is actually under a ridge of high pressure. We'll see that in a moment when we look at the precipitation charts, but the bulk of the continent is under this ridge of high pressure. And then we come down towards Italy and southeastern Europe, and there we've got a shallow area of low pressure. But the main thing really is this big area of low pressure up to the northwest of Europe. Have a look at the upper air temperatures across Europe today, and we can see that it is pretty cool really across the bulk of the continent. Have to go right way down in towards Spain and Portugal to find the hot air. That's where the hot air is across Iberia, but the bulk of the continent in these yellow and green colours, and that really is indicating temperatures below the seasonal average. So despite the fact that we've got a ridge across the bulk of the continent, the air is actually quite cold. Then we come down to this southeastern part of Europe through Greece and Turkey, and the air does warm up a little bit, and then we've got hot air extending up in towards parts of southern Russia. But really the bulk of the European landmass, the European continent, is on the cool side. Having a quick look at the precipitation for Europe today, and we can see that it's a very unsettled scene up in this northwestern part of the continent. We've got heavy rain and showers across the British Isles and through much of Ireland. That rain extending through the Low Country into Denmark, then up in towards Scandinavia, through Norway and Sweden. A lot of rain and showers up there. Then we've got the high pressure, the ridge of high pressure through many of these central parts. So through Iberia, it's a fine and very warm scene. We've already seen bulk of France is dry, through Germany into Poland, and then on up into the northeast of Europe, got a lot of dry weather as well. And then we come down into the southeast of Europe through the Balkans and down in towards Greece and Turkey, and that's where we've got some very heavy rain and thunderstorms going on down there. Having a quick look at the temperatures, well, it's a very cool scene really across the bulk of the continent. Some warm air down towards Spain and central parts of Spain, but really the bulk of the continent's got below average temperatures, cool temperatures through much of France, just 16, 17 degrees, very cool through British Isles and Ireland, and then on up in towards Scandinavia, some very cool temperatures, and much of this central part of Europe is cool as well, with temperatures just in the mid to high teens, maybe up to around 20 degrees in one or two places, but that is below average for the time of the year. Now, as we go in towards the middle of the week, this is the situation for Wednesday, and that low pressure has moved into central parts of Europe. So that's taken the unsettled weather from the British Isles and moved it into many of these central parts of Europe. Got a ridge of high pressure forming over Russia there, and a very weak little ridge developing across the British Isles and Ireland. And then as we come down through the Mediterranean, well, generally we've got high pressure going on through the Mediterranean, so a lot of dry weather. Now, if we have a look at the precipitation, well, there's the precipitation for Wednesday, and we can see that we've moved that unsettled weather into the central parts of Europe. So now we've got quite a bit of precipitation through parts of northern France and through many parts of the Low Countries, on into Germany, very unsettled and showery there. And then that unsettled weather extends up in towards Scandinavia through Norway and Sweden, and on into Finland, and then down into this eastern and southeastern part of Europe. Much of Central Europe has become unsettled. Mediterranean still seeing a lot of dry weather. This is showing showers for Italy, but I think that's mainly for the mountains. But for the bulk of Iberia, so Spain, Portugal, through the Balearic Islands, Corsica, Sardinia, a lot of dry weather, and that really is indicating that area of high pressure down across the Mediterranean. It's really the central and eastern parts of Europe that will be unsettled. This is also showing showers for Britain and Ireland, but I think it should be actually mainly dry for Britain and Ireland through the middle part of the week. Have a look at the temperatures. Well, it's still a very unsettled scene, very cool scene really across the bulk of the continent with this very unsettled weather. Temperatures below average really for the whole of the continent. Have to go right up in towards Russia to find some warmer air, and down in towards central parts of Spain and Portugal. That's where the warmth is, but the bulk of the continent seeing temperatures, well, just into the mid-teens at best in a lot of places, and even parts of Germany really struggling there to get into double figures. That's shown. I think it will be a little bit warmer than that, but nevertheless it's a very cool scene. Going on into Friday, and well, it remains unsettled really across these southern and central parts of Europe. So through France, we've got an area of low pressure forming, a little ridge forming into Germany. That's stretching from the ridge that is forming over the UK and Ireland on Wednesday. That's extending into Germany as we go into the end of the week. But really high pressure is up to the north of the country and up to the northeast, but really the bulk of the continent is still on the unsettled side. So if we have a look at the precipitation, well, we can see we've got quite a bit of precipitation still going on there across France and parts of northern Spain, also turning a little bit on the unsettled side as well. Showers around the British Isles and Ireland, not too sure about that, and it's still a very showery scene through much of Scandinavia and down into these eastern parts of Europe as well. Not a great deal of dry weather going on. Some parts of Germany and about ridge seeing dry weather and extending into Poland, but really it's quite an unsettled scene. And the temperatures, well, still very much on the cool side really across many parts of the continent. Those temperatures still below average, still just into the mid-teens, maybe below 20s at best in one or two places, but really we're talking low to mid-teens and temperatures below average for the bulk of the continent. Again, we have to go right up in towards Russia and down in towards central parts of Spain and Portugal to find that warm weather. But it is a very cool and unsettled picture really across the bulk of the continent through the course of this coming week. That's it for now. Come back next Monday. I'll be doing European Outlook all over again, but that's all for now.